Welcome, fellow Biafrans and viewers across the world, to this platform, Biafra Exodus Hard Talk TV, a place where we bring information that has to do with the Biafran government, information coming directly from the Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic Government in Exile, and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku. I am going to share with you on today's program one of his outstanding messages that will blow your mind. Let us watch closely and hear one of those best messages of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa that will take us back to memory lane. Let's watch and hear from the Prime Minister.
I am not going to take much of your time this evening. This broadcast is going to be very, very brief. I want to inform Biafra people this evening that we have started the delegitimization of the Nigeria government within Biafra territory. It has started from tonight. The delegitimization of the Nigeria government in Biafra territory will begin and start as follows. From tonight, we don't want to see anybody hawking close to any military checkpoint. We want to inform every Biafran, those that engage in hawking, to stay very clear from any military, from any police, from any naval, or from any Air Force checkpoint anywhere in Biafra land. Those of you who have your families, your children that do hawking around checkpoint from tonight must stop. Those who have been pioneering the attacks in Biafra land, we will begin to stop them from the top. What I've come to do this evening is to give this particular special press briefing, an announcement to the Biafra as to where we are going, what we are going to do, and how we are going to do it. From tonight, we give every commissioner in each state of Biafra land 5 days grace to resign. Only commissioners. We are starting the delegitimization of Nigeria from the state government down to the lowest. And we are starting from the state commissioners, appointees, those appointed commissioners in each state. If you know that your state falls under Biafra, from tonight you have 5 days grace to distance yourself from anything Nigeria. You can either resign or distance yourself from the particular illegitimate government in Biafra land, which we are delegitimization have started today. So every commissioner that has been appointed by the illegitimate government in Biafra land, your 5-day grace start from tonight. This 5 days grace will expire on the 1st of September. On the 1st of September, if we continue to parade yourself as any commissioner of whatsoever, and you are representing Nigeria, and you are a commissioner of anything in any state, you will be treated as an enemy of Biafra. I want everyone to understand that what we are doing now is for the good of everyone, including for the good of yourself and for the good of your children. The gradual transition from what you have now, as you call the government, to the de facto government of Biafra has begun. And those who have made themselves a willing tool by the caliphate, you will be treated just like the enemy of Biafra that you are. The ban on checkpoints in entire Biafra will be enforced starting any moment from now. And that is the reason every family, those who engage in hawking, especially those, our children who engage in hawking, you are hereby banned and prohibited from hawking around any checkpoint in entire Biafra land for your own safety. Also, those in Biafra land who always go to morning mass or morning prayer, early morning prayer, the days ahead are evil. We are calling that for the time being, you may reconsider, especially all the churches, you may reconsider organizing early morning prayer for anybody in Biafra land. For the time being, do not take this particular announcement for granted. The liberation of Biafra is taking a very different dimension that nobody has ever witnessed for the past 50 years. And it is the responsibility of the Biafra government to put every measure necessary to safeguard and protect Biafra people, both men, women, and children. And these are the measures that we are putting in place to make sure that our children and our citizens are safeguarded and protected. Those who will violate this particular measure, do not blame anyone for whatever Nigeria government may do to you. The morning masses or the morning prayers that the churches are normally conducted in Biafra land is prohibited for the time being. You have to follow the instruction and wait when we are going to lift it. What we are trying to do now is to make sure that the delegitimization of Nigeria government in Biafra land, the enforcement will start immediately. We are also aware that the cowardic and the terrorist Nigeria army and their collaborators have been defeated. But you know, you cannot say you have defeated them when you continue to see checkpoint, roadblocks, molesting our people, extorting money from them every day. That is not to say you have defeated them. But they know that the Biafra Liberation Army have defeated them. And gradually, we will continue to implement and have a transition of government. I also want to make it very clear this evening for the Biafra people residing along or around Iche and Ngokbala. Those areas has become very, very volatile area. And if you live around those areas in Che and Ngokbala, you have to always follow our security alarm as we are sealing those areas, making sure that the day the terrorists will move using that particular route, they will meet their end. The Biafra Liberation Army will be conducting a very powerful operation in those areas any moment from now, and we may not announce it next time. We have been able to give this information to the public, and because of the information we give to the public, the terrorist army refused to come. They continue to plan how to invade and burn our communities in Imo State, and because we are trying to inform the civilians in those areas, and for that reason, for the 2 times they plan to come and invade our land, they have refused to come. So next time, we may not be able to announce it, so that they will come and will meet their end on the road. So if you are in that area of Ngokpala and Iche, be very, very security conscious, as we may not be able to announce it next time, because for the second time, they refuse to come. We may also consider not announcing when the military bombardment will come or where they will start. For example, today, the Nigeria terrorist army and Islamic Caliphate planned to bombard Imo State. And because we'll call the alerted our people to stay safe and be security conscious, they refuse to come. While the Biafra Liberation Army has prepared and was ready to combat them, we waited for nothing and they didn't come. So, and what we are noticing now is that each time we make this announcement, we are making it just so that no Biafra citizen will be hurt. And so every civilian must take cover and will be well prepared and take precaution. And because whenever this is announced, this terrorist army will not show up. So we may be changing our tactics. And that's why it's very important. If you are living in those areas, please be very, very security conscious. Biafra Liberation Army will be sealing those areas any moment from now unannounced. Anytime the intelligence comes to us, we may handle it internally and deal with these criminals and terrorists once and for all. In the coming days, we are going to be announcing the next phase of our civil disobedience. I want every one of you to understand that the civil disobedience is yielding result. Exactly what we want it to do is what it's doing. That result that the civil disobedience, the 2 weeks sit at home and every Monday sit at home, is yielding tremendous result. I'm sorry. So this evening, we are giving the Nigeria terrorist state 5 good days to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If after 5 days Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not released, we are going to come to make our next pronouncement on the next civil disobedience, which will be targeted, in addition to the economy, we targeted at government, making sure that the delegitimization of the government take place and start in full force with the next civil disobedience that is coming on board. The next line of action will be announced on the 1st of September 2023. On the 1st of September, there will be State of the Nation address, where we are going to address Biafrans and make public the next line of action and the next civil disobedience, make sure that the Nigeria economy is crushed to ground zero. And so if you are serving Nigeria as a civil servant within Biafra territory, it is very important you tune to that particular State of the Nation address on September 1st. Those who are planning to send people to Finland during the Biafra referendum, self-referendum convention in Finland or summit in Finland, we are eagerly waiting for you to come. But remember, you may not go back. What we are trying to do is to create the highest awareness for Biafra liberation. The Biafra Republic government in exile have recorded the highest success ever recorded in Biafra since the war of 1967 to 1970. Today, because of the diplomatic hassle that has been going on secretly and openly, every country that has civilized has deserted Nigeria. Nigeria is evil. They have been able to know that Biafra people are fighting a just cause, for their right and for the right to live. And that is what the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, the media, and every one of you who have been part of this movement for the past 1.5 years, you have been able to achieve this feat. And we give glory to God first, and then we praise all of you who have been part of this particular success, financially, physically, and otherwise. And of course, our gratitude, our thanks goes to the Biafra Liberation Army and the Eastern Security Network. The volunteers, the civil engineering angels, the Black Marines, those who have volunteered to do everything humanly and inhumanly possible to see Biafra come. This particular gratitude goes to you. It is because of you that we are recording this success. But remember that we are not going to slack back an inch. This is a fight to finish. Those enemies who organize and send troops to kill Biafra people, we will not let them sleep. We want to inform them this evening that those people that claim they make Abuja a safe haven where they will stay and be committing crime against humanity in Biafra land, that we are in Abuja. Abuja remains part of Nigeria, and we are fighting to exit Nigeria. The fight is now taken to Abuja, and not only Abuja. If you run to Lagos, Biafrans will come there for you. And this is something that has become imperative. For those who have abandoned Biafra's struggle to continue to fight and blackmail Biafra, fellow Biafrans, and kill fellow Biafrans, we have a message for you. Continue and just start running. Just start running. You have done enough. The internal Idoakanono have started. Those who killed autopilot members in Abia State, in Aba, ordered by China Sanworu, those who slaughtered our people in Aba, start running. But one thing I will assure you this evening is that there will be no hiding place. Those who kill Biafrans, Biafrans are coming. I do not know why somebody who claimed to be fighting for freedom will turn around and kill a fellow freedom fighter who have done nothing.